The first line, "Summer is fading," suggests the passing of time and metaphorically alludes to the inevitable progression of life. The speaker describes how it is gradually turning to autumn, and the colon offers the impression that this opening line will form the narrative to the poem. Larkin uses this opening stanza to highlight how the change in seasons mirrors a chance in people's lives. It suggests that the people in the poem have peaked, and now their lives are starting to fade. The speaker describes how the leaves fall in ones and twos, which suggests that the change is uncontrollable. The enjambment causes the lines to merge together, which creates the impression that nature is unstoppable, as is the restrictions determined by gender stereotypes. The focus in these opening lines is on the image of the change in seasons, which ironically juxtaposes the fact that people's routines stay the same. The line, "hollows of afternoons," implies that the mother's daily routine is empty. The plural further suggests that this emptiness applies to all of their afternoons. Language of imprisonment is alluded to as the mothers are setting free their children, and Larkin uses these lines to suggest that domestic life is restrictive and claustrophobic. The women are referred to as them, a collective pronoun that blends their identities together in an anonymous facade so that they no longer have individuality. Larkin groups the women together and their husbands, who, with their working class backgrounds, seem almost dismissed. The speaker further adopts a patronising tone as he describes "our wedding" in italicised writing and mocks how their wedding photos now lie near the television. This implies that their love has become something ordinary and neglected. The commercial and technological advances have overshadowed true emotion in this poem. Larkin juxtaposes behind them and before them in lines 9 and 15 to highlight a separation between the women and their previous identities as lovers. The fact that their courting places are now being ruined before them hints that this is a permanent change and suggests that there is no possibility of returning. The enjambment over the stanza break between stanzas 2 and 3, coupled with the repetition of courting places, suggests that even though the lovers to change their lives still follow the same pattern. This continues throughout the poem as the speaker stresses that even though time goes on, the roles and routines of society stay the same. The word "expect" is emphasised at the start of line 21, which suggests that the children are also restricted by routine, and perhaps the mothers too. Larkin refuses to be specific about what happened to these women's sense of their own lives, and what has caused their happiness to recede. Look at the language choice in the line. The mother's beauty hasn't faded, but thickened, which is not the same as saying they have simply fleshed out from motherhood or become plump. Something is pushing them to the side of their own lives. They have lost control over their own lives, despite, or perhaps more accurately, because of the orderliness depicted in the middle stanza. Only the new generation, their children searching for acorns and being set free on the swings and in the sandpit, can now feel the same intensity of feeling that the mothers once felt. These closing lines offer at once a vividly specific and hauntingly elusive depiction of the passing of youth, once that is all the more powerful because Larkin is writing about people at one remove from him, strangers he has observed in passing, people he does not know.